Well, I think we're off and running, fellas. I mean, we're looking at that and looking there. That looks a lot redder and healthier, but then that looks a lot darker. But I think they're almost running at the same speed at the moment. At the moment, anyway. So that's with newspaper cellulose. Still with this sort of, it looks like he's got something in there. Anyway, by next Thursday, we would have had 9 days basically. So I don't know. It's just the initial start, fellas. I don't expect it to be able to do the one picture every 9 days right at the beginning. Once it gets going, yeah. But we'll see. Yeah, that looks. I don't know. Can you see the red there? It's getting darker, more like a ruby red, rather than the magenta red. I always like the magenta red because it usually means you got growth with your magenta red sort of thing. But I think I found the answer with this. Hang on, I just change focal settings. As you do. Yeah, new rule, fellas. Oh, this is the one I cut out by accident. There was a plant on the back end here. That's what I was trying to get at, that thing in there. And I ended up cutting this plant out of this sort of thing. Oh, well, so it's barely hanging on with one, that's barely hanging on with one root on this side, I think. So hopefully the double flush will rectify things pretty rapidly, but yeah. Anyway, so the idea with these things is to, the new rule, just pour it on until it starts coming out the bottom, basically. And you'll find when it gets going, when it starts to come out the bottom, there we go. Amazingly, when it starts to come out the bottom, it's almost the same as what we do for a single double flush sort of thing. So there is some method in the madness there. It does seem to tally. So the amount of water you have to put in there before it comes out is equal to the amount you usually put on one of these for a single flush sort of thing. So that's what I'm saying. So anyway, so I've all started them by going off with the double flush, and as I said, these will be hitting the 9-day mark next Thursday. You know, so it's Wednesday into Thursday. So we will tally on Thursday what sort of growth we've got then, and I don't expect to get a full picture by then, because as I said, we've only just started this off. They've had to settle in. You know, they've been ripped out of pots in a sort of semi-dormant state. They've had to settle in, and they've got to start growing sort of thing. And we've had shithouse weather as well. You know, not too much sun or warmth. But the other thing I might say is, I want people on the other side of the world, on the other side of YouTube, to try this, but can you do it in darkness? Can you try doing the double flush on plants in a darkened room sort of thing, and see if you still get growth? I mean, this idea that you can actually see it off the pictures and still get growth because the nitrogen is actually coming from the soil. Surely, if they're getting all their nutrients from the soil via this double flush, surely you might be able to do it in the darkness. Because in the past, I have mentioned that I almost felt like when I used to go out to my greenhouse, you get more growth at night time in the darkness than you did during the day, sort of thing. So maybe because there was less stress at night from the humidity and temperature and X-ray sort of sunlight sort of thing. But anyway, we'll see how we go. But if you can do that and also do some time lapse, I would like people to do the time lapse to see if they can capture the pulsating nature of, you do the flush, you get the pulsing growth after the flush, and you get this pulse following the flush sort of thing. So if you could do that on your side of YouTube, that would be fantastic. So